Pedro.
And I'm Thibodeau. And there's three things that we love doing: eating boudin, eating crawfish, and watching WGS-TV.
Welcome to another installment of WGS-TV right here on youtube.com/WrestleGamer and ZFXTV. I'm Del B. Billy Boudreaux, and I'm going to take a look at Monday Night Raw for the week of July 30th, 2012. Now, we open up with CM Punk, and, well, hold on, before we talk about that, something we need to mention about what happened for Monday Night Raw last night is the fact that they were doing a rehearsal of pyrotechnics, and part of the stage caught on fire. Now, they were able to put it out, but there was still some damage, and the whole set couldn't be lit up like it was last week. And, yeah, it was unfortunate, and the main thing is, it was a good thing it happened during rehearsal and not the live show. If it would have happened during the live show, to me, that would have been a disaster. It would have been a disaster. Because they probably would have to stop the whole show and evacuate everyone out of that arena. And that would cost the WWE so much time and so much money because they were live on the air. I mean, that would be like the biggest nightmare for any live show, to have part of their stage catch on fire during the performance. It was just something I thought I would bring up. But either way, they started out the show with CM Punk coming out, and apparently he's going to be addressing what happened with him and The Rock. And then he sat on the announcer's table and had a little dialogue with Jerry the King Lawler, and then gets interrupted by the Big Show, who then gets interrupted and beat up by John Cena, which then leads to AJ being the new general manager, making her first main event, Big Show versus John Cena, with the winner going to SummerSlam to face CM Punk for the WWE Championship. WWE is really marketing the tout thing a whole lot, because they used it back and forth, and one of the things that they set up for this tout to do is for fans to voice their opinions about what CM Punk said. It's basically now, are you CM Punk or are you for The Rock? That's basically what the promo was for, and to set up the main event, which was Big Show versus John Cena. Again. I thought this was a decent promo. Not as entertaining as it was for last week's opener with DX. But as far as this goes for a follow-up, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Next up, we had Santino Marella versus Alberto Del Rio. Apparently this was a non-title match, because I think a lot of fans might be upset that they would have Alberto Del Rio as a United States champion. But to me, I really don't see anything wrong with that. Because, even though I am a Santino fan, they're crapping all over the United States title belt. They are not doing anything with it except keeping it on Marella for entertainment purposes. They're not doing anything else. Not a thing. I think Santino Marella's been champion about 3 or 4 months now. And he's never really had a serious contender for the United States title. I really don't know what else to say about this. It's just shocking, how WWE will hold certain preferences, like a person or a title, over another. Santino Marella has a very prestigious United States Championship belt, and they are just acting like it's just a piece of leather with some gold on it. That's all they're treating it as. It's basically part of Santino's gimmick now, to have the United States title on it. If the title would have went over to Alberto Del Rio, I think it would at least start to legitimize the United States title belt a little bit. Make it a legit title worth going after again, instead of making it this big charade that they're doing with Santino Marella. Del Rio still gets the win. I was expecting, since they're doing a whole thing with him and Rey Mysterio, for Mysterio to run in, but you never saw that. It never came up. I was a little shocked behind that. Maybe Rey Mysterio didn't make it to this Monday Night Raw. You never know. This match, I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5. Then, we're going to talk about more headaches. We come back from commercial break. Brodus Clay's dancers they're doing their normal thing, which I love. And then we get Vicky Guerrero come out, and apparently she wants a dance-off with Brodus Clay's dancers. Gee, didn't this already happen already? I mean, didn't we already have this about 2 or 3 months ago on SmackDown between Vicky Guerrero and Brodus Clay's dancers? I mean, why are they rehashing it? Then we get Damien Sandow comes out and wants to put an end to the atrocity, since he is the intellectual savior of the masses for the WWE. And apparently he wants to address a crime that happened to him involving him and Degeneration X from last week. Then they come back from the video clip of him getting his beard kicked in, and Damien Sandow just beats up Brodus Clay. That tells me either look for a Brodus Clay versus Damien Sandow match either on Friday Night SmackDown or next week on Raw. I'm just saying. One thing can lead to another, and you kind of pick the head of the WWE writers, and you can kind of see ahead of time what they're going to be doing in certain situations. And I believe, personally, in this situation, we're going to have Brodus Clay versus Damien Sandow next week on Monday Night Raw to kind of settle what happened with them, between them. 3 out of 5 on this segment, just because Vicky Guerrero was on it and she was dancing, and it kind of made me nauseous. It's kind of making me nauseous right now thinking about it. Daniel Bryan at one point in the show went to AJ's general manager office to kind of discuss what happened with him and the wedding last week. And next thing you know, Daniel Bryan is being put into a match with Sheamus. I'm glad this thing went longer than 18 seconds, to be honest with you. It's a great match. By the way, if you're wondering, with this whole 3-hour thing with Monday Night Raw, the first 3 segments I talked about. I'm talking about with CM Punk, Big Show, John Cena, Alberto Del Rio, and Santino Marella, and Brodus Clay, Vicky Guerrero, and Damien Sandow took up the first hour. So, next up, great match with Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Excuse me. But I was very impressed. Great match. This could be a main event on any pay-per-view, to be honest with you. It was that kind of quality of a match. Sheamus gets the win on Daniel Bryan. It was a street fight. It was a street fight, by the way, and that made it even better. That made it even better and to watch. I'm going to go 4.5 out of 5. Very entertaining. I thought it was really great. Next up, we had Titus O'Neil and Kofi Kingston. Now, AW, who's the manager of the Primetime Players and All World Promotions, he's got that little spiel with the microphone, and apparently there were some comments that were made regarding Kobe Bryant being as unstoppable as Kobe Bryant in a Colorado hotel room. WWE kind of deemed that to kind of be over the line, and of course they were forced to apologize for AW's remarks. It wasn't the point in the match between him and Titus O'Neil and Kofi Kingston, where AW took off his shoe, threw it at Kofi, and said, "Yo, mama!" I still don't know what possessed him to do that. Maybe the spot called for that, but maybe not for the "Yo Mama" part. I don't know. I don't know. That was hilarious too. At first I was thinking that maybe that's maybe that was the thing that WWE was apologizing for, was the fact that AW threw a shoe at Kofi Kingston and said "Yo Mama." I really don't understand it. To be honest with you, I really don't understand it. Titus O'Neil defeats Kofi Kingston. I I'm going to go 3 out of 5 on this one. They really need to build up more, but they need to watch AW's mouth. Because he's live on the air with a live microphone feed. And look what happened. He made a Kobe Bryant Colorado hotel room reference, which I believe kind of crossed the line a little bit. Next up, we had the one-man band. Heath Slater getting ready to take another butt whooping, and since the Raw Legends were over, he challenged a current WWE superstar, and was the return of the Viper, Randy Orton. Looked in really good shape. The only thing I want to reference here is normally we've seen Randy Orton do the RKO with one arm. The cutter style with one arm with a leap. On this edition, on this particular match, he kind of did a diamond cutter version of the RKO. He did it with 2 arms. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but I definitely did. Good to see Randy Orton back. Looks to be in really good shape. Hopefully now he can keep his personal demons and issues in check. Because I know for a fact one more strike and Orton is finito. I'm going to go 4 out of 5 on the return of Randy Orton. Next up, we have Chris Jericho and Christian taking on Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. Great tag match. All 4 guys look really phenomenal. I said nothing bad can happen from The Miz becoming the Intercontinental Champion, and I am right so far. They're really hyping up a lot between Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho. Jericho is a face now, a hard face. The crowd's really getting back into him. He's smiling again. It's like the rebirth of Y2J. Is basically what we're looking at here. But Chris Jericho ends up getting the win for his team. But behind his back, Dolph Ziggler grabs the briefcase, the Money in the Bank briefcase, and knocks Jericho out. So basically, yeah, they're really starting to build up to this thing, and it's probably going to culminate with possibly the Money in the Bank briefcase being on the line at SummerSlam between Jericho and Ziggler. Possibly. Maybe even in a ladder match. Maybe. 4 out of 5 on this one. I really enjoyed this tag match. After Daniel Bryan lost to Sheamus, he was kind of escorted where AJ thought he needed some psychiatric evaluation. Of course, WWE jumped all over that tout train again. Wanted the fans to know, who they thought was more disturbed, AJ or Daniel Bryan. And people, I just want to, this is not an insult to anybody out there. If you want to tout to the WWE, you can tout to your heart's desire. But don't sound like a mark. I mean, don't sound stupid. And that's what I've seen from people. I mean, they're willing to mark out just to get on TV. Give me a break, people. Yeah, if you want to tweet it out, yeah. When I heard my Twitter name being read on TNA Impact's post show a couple of weeks ago, yeah, I was excited about it. Yeah, and I kind of marked out about it, but then I grabbed a hold of my senses. I'm getting the feeling that some of these people on tout are just on tout just so they can see themselves on TV. But Daniel Bryan ends up seeing his therapist and goes through a series of tests, and apparently the Rorschach test, the ink blots, apparently when you put down each one of the little ink blots, it formed a goat face. And lo and behold, I think 5 minutes later, goat face was trending on Twitter. And then after the doctor pronounces him sane, even though he was bitter about what happened with him and AJ Lee, the lights turn red and we get introduced into Daniel Bryan's anger management therapist, Kane, who proceeds to kick his butt. So now we got a Daniel Bryan Kane feud. Looks that way to me. Really looks that way to me. Next up, we had Tyson Kidd and Tensai. Now, at first glance, yeah, Tensai was going to go over on Tyson Kidd, and that's exactly what happened. But then Tensai continued the beatdown after the match was over, forcing the referee to reverse his decision and declaring Tyson Kidd the winner by disqualification. And poor Sakimoto, he just gets the raw end of the deal again. And I am begging WWE, please, the Tensai gimmick is a dying horse. Put it down. Put it out to pasture for all of our sakes. Have him back as Albert. Have him back as A-Train. I don't care. The Tensai gimmick has got to go. It's just got to go. It's stupid. It's stupid. You know, where is he gone since he's come back as Tensai? You know, he went to Money in the Bank. Yeah, he had some mildly interesting stuff. Other than that, he's gone nowhere. 2 out of 5. I'm sorry, but I gotta be honest. Now we come to the main event. John Cena versus The Big Show. And I believe what made this better is they had CM Punk on commentary. This was a good match. By all means, this was a really good match. But then, at one point, they're on the outside. Big Show kind of launches John Cena into CM Punk at the announcer's table. And then they're in the ring. John Cena picks up The Big Show for the attitude adjustment. CM Punk runs into the ring and attacks both of them, which causes the match to be called a no contest. CM Punk kind of declares them both to be losers who aren't fit for the chance at the WWE title. And then AJ Lee comes out, says, you know, I'm the general manager and you're wrong. And you will face both John Cena and The Big Show at SummerSlam for your WWE title. And CM Punk comes back and starts getting in AJ's face saying that you will respect me. Start respecting me right now. And right now, CM Punk, I believe, is at that point where he's a hard face, kind of maybe slowly becoming a heel. I don't know. But I think right now the best way to categorize CM Punk's status in the WWE right now is a hard face. Overall score for Raw 1001. I'm going to go 4 out of 5. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, considering the fact the whole situation that happened at the beginning of the show, or the with the fire and the pyrotechnics rehearsal. For the WWE to still go ahead with the show, still ready to put on a show for the fans. I think that was a good move on their part. Just glad it happened in rehearsal and not during the live show, because, like I've already stated in this video, if it would have happened during the live show, it would have been a disaster. An utter disaster if that would have happened. But some good matches. Some good matches happened. Titus O'Neil, Kofi Kingston, the whole thing with Yo Mama and that statement, I thought that was okay. Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, phenomenal match for the street fight. Randy Orton coming back. Let's hope he can keep his affairs in order, if you know what I mean. Love the tag match with Jericho, Christian, Dolph Ziggler, and The Miz. Again, WWE, please kill the Tensai gimmick, please, for all of our sakes. And now we have a triple threat, and CM Punk. They're really making CM Punk interesting now. Apparently, WWE must have seen something or heard something, and CM Punk wasn't being the CM Punk of norm. He wasn't getting over on the crowd like he used to, and they needed to do something different with them. And if he's really going to be building him up to the feud with him and The Rock for the Royal Rumble, they're starting to do a really good job for that. So I'm going to go 4 out of 5. What I want to know from you guys out there, the viewers and subscribers, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw this week. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer, youtube.com/ZFXTV Network, and youtube.com/ZFXFame. And don't forget to check out my buddy DJ Yoles on youtube.com/TheFinalTapout. By the way, guys, if you ever want me to give you a shout out on any one of my reviews, be sure you just message me, and I'll see what I can do for you guys. And also, please don't forget, when we reach 1,000 subscribers on youtube.com/WrestleGamer, we'll have the first ever WGS-TV DVD giveaway, but it only happens at 1,000 subscribers. So, with that being said, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux saying thank you very much for watching.